Who wins, both at their very best? Martin Fitzwater or Andrew Jacked? Last year at the Olympia, Andrew Jacked placed 5th to Martin Fitzwater's 4th. Most people would have had Andrew Jacked winning in their predictions. In fact, I am sure nobody picked Martin Fitzwater to get a better placing than Andrew Jacked last year. But this year, it is flipped-flopped because of that. So everybody's now saying Martin Fitzwater. Well, not everybody. I shouldn't say that. Most are saying that Martin will place ahead of Andrew Jacked. But both at their very best, I don't know. I do not see Martin Fitzwater beating Andrew Jacked, at least in this front double. Andrew, his arms are tremendous at this event. His conditioning, not bad at all. For Andrew Jacked, it was pretty good. But in terms of a guy like Martin Fitzwater, yes, his conditioning is better. Now, yes, the fact is, Andrew Jacked, he's about 6 foot plus. Just about 6 foot plus. And Martin, he is 6 inches or maybe even more shorter. So size will be an advantage no matter what for Andrew Jacked. But look at the big quads. Big round quads. For his height, Martin Fitzwater, he is winning on certain aspects. And conditioning probably is one of those aspects. Spects. Either way, pretty close in the front double. I'd side with Andrew Jacked. Front lat spread, in my opinion, this ceases to be a close call, a close one. The upper body of Andrew Jacked is 100 times better than Martin Fitzwater. So even if he is slightly better conditioned, which he probably is, thin skin, things of that nature, look at the quads on Martin Fitzwater, doesn't matter. This is truly a thing of beauty. Aesthetics, flow, symmetry, proportions. His lats, sometimes one's bigger than the other, Andrew Jacked. And it is slightly here, but not bad, not bad. He kind of nailed his condition and his muscle size as well. It's all about the balance. Martin, what can I say? I like this guy. Hey, I like Martin a lot. I'd like to see him win the Olympia. I'd like to see Andrew win the Olympia too. But his front lat spread, it's just not the best. Not very symmetrical are the lats, and I guess we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. Could go either way in the front double. I'm leaning towards Jacked because of the stature and the front lat for sure. So coming out of the front, it's Andrew Jacked's ball game. Turn to the side here. Martin, advantage Martin. Look at the thickness of the lower half. Yes, Andrew's taller, much taller. Not bad condition as well here at the Texas, I have to say. Thus far, he's kind of matching Martin on condition. The back will be the true test, of course. But the thickness, the guy that reeks of open class bodybuilding, just a bodybuilder's bodybuilder, if that makes sense, it goes to Martin. Martin's just that much better. Here's the side tricep. This picture, if you're Martin Fitzwater, sitting at home, watching your third Mark's Max Muscle video of the day, you gotta think, but Mark, why did you get this picture of me? That's not a very good Martin impression at all. That doesn't even sound like him. It's just not a good picture of Martin. Using these two, I guess Andrew Jacked might be a little bit better, but this picture does Martin no justice whatsoever. So slightly inconclusive. The side tricep. Now, have a look at the back. And there is rules, I guess, of bodybuilding. If somebody's totally soft and the other guy's ripped out of his mind, doesn't really matter how good the guy looks. The guy ripped to the dice, shredded to the dice, he's going to win the matchup. Now, is that the case? Is Andrew Jacked soft? I would say no. We've seen Mike Israetel. That is soft, pillowy mounds of mashed potatoes floating in a pool of gravy. But this just does not look like a soft bodybuilder. But is Martin Fitzwater losing that bad in the back? I don't think so. His back actually size-wise, you got to keep that in mind. Might even be beating Andrew Jacked. He's a lot shorter. Andrew's a lot taller. He should be twice as wide. Is that the case? I don't know. Either way, my point is, Martin Fitzwater, he beats Andrew Jacked easily in the pose, and a lot of judges will tell you he's going to win this entire competition between these two specimens just based on that back condition alone. It is pretty overwhelming, I must say. Here's the back double. Same situation here, only Andrew Jacked, he is beating Martin, I think. Martin, he's thicker. If he was the same height, if, he would be outmuscling Andrew Jacked, I think, in the lower half at least. But the fact of the matter is, Andrew Jacked is a big stud. He is a big horse. The size of the stud. The back itself, I prefer over Martin. I prefer Andrew Jacked's back. But the condition will get you every time. Especially in the back shots. Absolutely, Martin still pulling off a win in the lat and the double. Both rear. And the abs and thigh. Finish this one off. Well, we have one pose after this, but usually you have your decision made by now. I'm not a fan of having to rely on the most muscular to decide who the winner is. Now, Martin, his abs and thigh, it's not bad. Midsection, hey, he's not going to be Andrew Jacked. Nobody is, aside from perhaps Hattie Shupin himself. So, Andrew Jacked does get the win with a little, epithet or whatever, stating that Martin Fitzwater, his conditioning, it's out of sight. It is incredible. And here's the most muscular. Another shot that reveals, to steal a phrase from Milos Sarcev, reveal. It reveals the condition of Martin Fitzwater. Andrew Jacked, the guy hits one pose the wrong way. He ends up looking like a big spider. And a guy like Martin Fitzwater can pounce. And when that happens, it's all she wrote, my friend. It's all over. So, Martin, he is winning in conditioning, much like that front or the abs and thigh as well. But in this case, I do give him the victory against Andrew Jacked. And it is close. Pose for pose, these guys pretty much are tied. It could be a tie depending on which one you prefer in certain shots. But the back condition would have me believe that Martin Fitzwater, both at their very best, he would get a better placing at the Olympia. But that's just my opinion. I believe that back condition, it means a lot. Why else would Derek Lunsford win so many events, get such good placings, such high placings? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this comparison. It was a fan request sent in by Existential Crises. Baby, please. And he threw me a fin. So remember, every penny goes to the winner of the Marks Max Invitational. And during the event, I will give you a grand total. I'm keeping track of every penny. So it is very interesting. And it is very much appreciated from me and whoever competes this year at the Marks Max Invitational. In fact, here we are with a little sneak preview of one of the competitors, good old Tommy Two Guns. You see, Tommy, he competed at the first and the second Invitational. This will be the third, and as you can see here by this post, he is training specifically for my competition. So I just think that is the greatest thing since sliced bread. So good luck to all the competitors. Word to the wise. This is what you're going to be competing against. Looks pretty good to me. Have a great one, folks.